Hello, welcome back to 3D Drawing for Your Model Railway. We're going to continue on with our DTS 62 model here. I was going to, on this lesson, do the doors on the back of the cab to sort of get them to a point where they're there or thereabouts. But looking at the photographs, the rear door actually goes up into the roof, so we're going to have to create the roof before we go any further, really. So that's going to be the plan today. We're going to have to create that roof section. Now, if we look at our side-on plan, we can see that it's all on there. We can flesh that out quite simply. There's also, that's why we've got the front plan here, so we can sort of see where the lines come up on each side. Okay, so let's create a new component for the roof. Let's name it roof panel. Okay, oh, it's already selected on the panel section here, so I think what I'm going to do is create a new sketch on the top of that roof. I'm going to project obviously that roof panel and that roof panel onto it, and then we're going to create a rectangle that goes from corner to corner, and then we're going to actually go on to do that. No, let's undo that. Let's finish that. Let's delete that sketch. Let's start again. Let's draw on this panel, the longer one, and we're going to create a rectangle that goes from there to there on that cab. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. And okay, let's extrude that upwards. So we can see on the plan it comes up 2 millimeters. We can check that with Paul's sketches, because no doubt Paul has measured this, I would hope. Doesn't look like it actually. No. Okay, so we'll come up so it matches the plan. So we've got 2 millimeters there. It's creating a new body. We'll click on OK, and now we're going to start to shape this, because it's, as I say, it's got three profiles here. We've got the diagonal we're going to draw on the side profile. So if we look at let's look at cab side photo, it goes pretty much to the edge of the roof. Okay, so draw a line like that. We're going to define that line 2.65, and then we can extrude that off the front. Okay, now for the end profile. So I'm going to come to the inside of the roof here. I'm going to put a sketch on there. Let's slide through the model so we can get to the back. So now, as I say, we're looking at the back of the cab, because you can't do what I'm about to do on the front. So we'll start on this back surface. Oh, the plan's in the middle here. That's fine. Let's finish that sketch, edit the sketch, and now, because we're already drawing on that back profile, we can draw on the front here. So we can snap to the corner like that. Let's see if we've got a high up photo of the cab, see whether the diagonal parts come right to the edge. I don't think they do because they've got the range strip there. No, I'm going to go to the edge and then we'll put the range strip on afterwards. So the profile comes up about that angle. Define that 2.6. Select that profile. So I'm holding down the left mouse button there to select that profile. I'm going to extrude that. Bring that forwards to the end, tell it to cut, and then I'm going to mirror that cut across our mid plane here, which was, I think, plane 1. Yep. So our mid plane is going to mirror that feature to cut off the other side. So we've now got that symmetrically on both sides there, which is good. Okay, and then I'm going to, I want that roof on that side as well. So what we can do is mirror that body so we're using the roof panel body we've just drawn to mirror. The mirror plane is going to be plane 2, which is our midpoint of the whole unit. So that one there. Click on OK and it should put it on the other side, which it has. Good. Let's turn off all these so we can actually see what we're looking at now. And now we're going to need to reduce that. Actually, no, I'm going to keep that as it is because I'm going to create a sketch on that surface. So we're creating that sketch on this inner surface here. Let's do offset, turn off chain tangent to chain selection so we can select that line, and that line. Let's bring that in -1, and then finish that sketch. We should be able to then select that profile. We can. So we're going to extrude the bottom profile to start with. We're going to extrude that into the bulkhead of that door, that cab back. Okay, so now we've got that profile there. We can then extrude that all the way across the model to that surface. And it's okay to let these join here because they're going to join this body. They shouldn't join to the cab. So if we turn off that, oh, it didn't join for some reason. Let's have a look at that again. Edit that feature. Why didn't you select there, join? Yeah, you have now. You rename it. Let's just change that to roof. Okay, so now we've got our roof profile drawn. Okay, so now we've got our roof on there. I think this is really starting to come together quite nicely. I know it's, there's loads of detail missing, but that's starting to look pretty good, even if I do say so myself. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Okay, let's have a look at now on the roof. Let me just see if I've got any photos, because there's this little pod here on the top, which again there's no measurements for. And I believe this is where the exhaust is. Again, obviously it's handed, so we need to make sure we're doing it on the correct end. And it needs to be on the end with a short cab on it. Okay, let me have a look at my photos, see if I can find a roof photo for us. Okay, so there's no photos that show the roof particularly well, but if we look at this side on profile, it looks like it's sort of centered with whatever this part is here. And if we look at the plans, that part is drawn on. Do we have measurements? Here we go, 51 inches to the end of it, and it's 22 inches, so it'd be 62 inches to the midpoint from the back of the cab. I'm wondering whether it might be worth just waiting until we've drawn this detail, and then we can project this up onto the roof to make it easier. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think we'll leave it until we've got this detail drawn on here. Okay, so now I'm just looking at the cab door here. Now, as you can see from the photo, the cab door goes up into this recessed area we've got for the roof. Now, the issue we've got there is if we do the same thing on the back of our cab, we're going to have to print the roof and the cabs all as one unit. Because if we don't, you're going to have a definite split or a line going across the top of the door there. The other option is to split the roof into 3 and have these part printed as part of the cab, but then you're going to have the same with a definite line going over the top of the roof. So those doors are going to be a little bit of a challenge. So you could sort of fudge it a little bit and just have the door finish at the top of the cab, and then have the runner take up all the space above it. But that would look significantly different to this. I think I'm going to leave the episode with those doors. I think I'm going to leave them and come back to them in a little while. I'm going to have a think about that, and we'll come back to those doors in a while. So yeah, we'll leave the episode for there. Hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please like and subscribe.